How's it going, everyone? It's Mike from PC Classic Cars, back with another test drive video. Today we are in my 1987 Buick Regal T-Type with 11,200 original miles. All right, so again, we have an 87 Buick Regal T-Type. This is a real T-Type, and we have a verified 11,200 original miles. Obviously, it'll go up a few during this test drive here, but it is an awesome driving in a very, very stock T-Type. It has the original turbocharged 3.8 liter V6 that all of these came with, backed by the 200 R4 overdrive transmission. And then you have your standard power steering, Hydro Boost with discs up front. This one still retains all of the factory original exhaust, which is absolutely awesome. And then you have your factory AC, which is cold. It has been converted to R134A. So really, outside of the AC being converted, mechanically it's an extremely stock and a very, very original car. And it just runs really well. That boost comes on right when it's supposed to. On your interior, it's the original gray cloth interior. It shows awesome, no issues with the dash. The only real issues on the interior is the headliner is sagging just a little bit, and that's really about it. Door panels are great, back seat's awesome. You do have the little turbo boost gauge there, and then you do have a little digital screen right here that's got 2 numbers on it. They are very, very faint, but they are working. So they are there, they are working, but they're real faint on that one. You have an aftermarket retro radio, but I do have the original stereo, which goes with the car. The center part of the steering wheel, which is always cracked, this one is not, which is great. And then you have your standard tilt, and then you have cruise, you factory RPM gauge, your tach basically, and then your boost gauge. All that stuff works great. The only 2 things I have, well, I guess 3 things that I have listed as not working is the odometer works great. There's no issues. It's a factory 11,000 mile car. Unfortunately, the trip meter is not working. When the car came in, right when I got it, the trip meter was starting to make that little clicking sound. And then of course it just stopped right before I was going to list it for sale. So the trip meter is set at 0.00 and the trip is not going to work. I did not want to pull the dash apart. Again, the odometer is great, just the little trip meter is not working properly. And then your washer fluid sprayers don't spray any fluid. And then this gauge here is working. It's just very, very dim and hard to see. But AC's cold, heat's hot. All your gauges, all your lights, all that stuff works. Retro style radio works. I love Grand Nationals and T-Types. They're some of my favorite cars. And this gray interior is awesome. Has no weird smells. You have a minor little like delamination or like little scuffs there. Not scuffs, like little imperfections in the glass on the rear view mirror, but that's it. You do have your factory rear window defrost. We'll get on. I love driving these cars. Get in the boost a little bit here. We'll slow down and just do a little pull. Slow down. We'll get it. Pulls really well. It's wild driving one of these that has factory exhaust because you hear the motor, but you do not hear the exhaust, which is really, really cool because almost all of these have aftermarket exhaust. And just an excellent driving 11,000 mile car. Nothing to complain about on the driveline. On the underneath, like what you'd expect a super low mileage, very, very original car to look like. There's no issues. You have some mild surface corrosion on the factory exhaust, but that's really nitpicking. Everything on the underneath, all the suspension, all that stuff looks and checks out great. Floors are awesome, frame rails are awesome. Inside the trunk is great with no issues whatsoever. And again, this is a clean Carfax, no accidents, no damage ever reported. This is the original paint. It's the bright silver metallic. Like a lot of the Grand Nationals and all the T-Types, all these cars suffer from the same paint problems. The rock guard over on that side has a little bit of paint chipping off on it. The center portion of the hood has some checking. There's a small little touch-up spot on the deck lid. And then you just have other like little miscellaneous little touch-ups, and then just like some modeling that's in the paint. The silver is real notorious for it. Overall, original paint shows very well, but it does have its normal Grand National T-type paint flaws that almost all of these cars get, but it is original paint. Factory T-type wheels, good tires, bumpers look good. The bumper fillers maybe have been repainted because they look very nice in the front and the rear. There's no way for me to really know on that, but maybe the bumper fillers were repainted. But cosmetically, a very clean car. Brake stop, awesome. Interior turn signals are clicking like they should. Turn signal cancels like it should. The other thing I forgot to mention on the interior is your turn signal lever here. The little chrome plating on it is kind of wrinkled in a couple spots. It's not peeling off, it's just kind of wrinkled. So again, actually pretty common on those. Power windows, power locks all work like they should. Windshield's in great shape. There's a couple very, very tiny little like road marks, like little road nicks on the windshield, but nothing splitting, no major stone chips. There's a small little road imperfection there, and then again there's a small one right there. Back glass again looks nice. You have your rear window defrost, the little button kicks on and off like it should. Suspension is all stock style equipment, performs awesome, no squeaks, no rattles, no problems with the steering. All that stuff is awesome. Just very, very comfortable cars, and I love that it's the 60-40 split bench. The armrest here is super comfortable. I would hop in this car and I would drive it across the country. They're that comfortable. If you've never driven one of these, they're great, great cars. Turbo kicks in like it should. I always tell people that these cars have the notorious problems. They have their notorious original paint issues, and then almost all of these are at some point are going to leak some oil. Right now, this one is nice and clean underneath, but any Grand National, any T-type, they're just notorious. When you're forcing more air into the engine, you're gonna get some little seeps and weeps. Again, this one's nice and clean right now, but there's no way for me to guarantee when it doesn't start leaking something. Allow me to get off the gravel. I'll get in it one more time after this guy goes past me. That was like half throttle, and obviously it broke the rear tire loose. I don't ever beat on my cars, but just like to test on them a little bit for you. Obviously we were just coming off some gravel, so excellent car. Nothing for me to complain about. Really, really minimal stuff. Love these cars front to back. I honestly wouldn't really care about fixing the trip meter. It does not bother me one bit. Everything else about the car is awesome and ready to go. Door panels are super clean. Car has no weird smells. Along with the headliner, you do have a little bit of wrinkling on the visor here on this side, but again, really nitpicky thing. Back seat's nice. You have really good mats front and rear. Carpet looks good. You do have a little, I think it's Bluetooth. I'd have to verify, but there's a little microphone underneath the aftermarket stereo there, so most likely a little Bluetooth setup. Console opens and closes great. And this is a real T-type. The RPO codes are where they're supposed to be. Just a no-nonsense car. And as always, I appreciate y'all stopping in to watch another one of my test drives. Make sure you check out the virtual description video along with the additional informations tab on my website, pcclassiccars.com. Appreciate y'all stopping in and watching this test drive, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Have a great rest of your day.